Bucks playing host to an Eastern Conference affair here at the Phillips Arena. For the 76ers right now, they're focused on kicking off to a good start on the road trip here. And with the top record in the East, well, there's no doubt that this is a top-caliber team.
And I think for the 76ers, it has taken no time for them to come together as a team. I mean, no time. There wasn't much being said about them preseason, but now everybody's got them in their radar.
Well, they couldn't have asked for a better start to their campaign. I mean, give credit to the coaching staff for customizing a game plan and system suited to the talent.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And so in the game for the 76ers, Okafor out there with Carl Landry. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Sonny Weems. And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the miss by Al Horford. Landry gets the bucket. Landry's got his first points of the night.
Yes, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Here's Millsap. Excellent D there from Okafor. Weems' shot is good.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Now here's Schroeder, and here's Cephalosha for three, and it's rebounded by Covington. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And that one's good.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run. And, guys, you hear about how the Hawks are jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Now the dish to Okafor. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the night. Here's Schroeder. It's an 8-point differential. And a chance now to go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Kevin, he told me basically he wants to turn the thoroughbreds loose today. He said, frankly, I don't think they have the speed to keep up with us. The more we run, the better off we'll be. Should be a fast-paced game, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Hawks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And Horford wide open. He shoots. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
Out to the wing. Weems gets to Okafor. Covington passes to Okafor. No luck. Good work defensively by Horford.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Schroeder. Millsap a screen. Back to Korver. There's the feed to Horford. Shot clock at 6. Again, the miss by Horford. The 76ers leading by 3. Here's Weems. Another miss by Philadelphia. Atlanta's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Noel's checked in for Carl Landry.
Nerlens Noel.
'76ers on defense. Outside Korver. Here's Schroeder. Atlanta again missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Dishes it to Weems. Powered down the jam.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
Now here's Korver. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Here's Cephalosha. Horford kicks it over to Schroeder. On the wing, Korver. Millsap dishes to Horford. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, and hit the three. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Well, with Nerlens Noel coming out, we knew he'd be a plus shot blocker. He set the Kentucky single-game record with 12 in a game shot blocks. He also knew he had the chance to be a great rebounder, but we definitely knew he needed help with his shot, and that will continue on into next year.
Yeah, you know, he spent the year rehabbing that knee, but also spent that year correcting his shooting form. And we're not talking about just a tweak when it comes to shooting the basketball.
And, you know, going back to Nerlens Noel's shooting, the improvements to his form look really good. Even better is that he hit 60% from the line as a rookie. That may not sound like a great start, but at this stage of his development, that's great progress.
So he gets them both.
You know, one caution I have about Noel's improved shooting, you don't want him to fall in love with jumpers. He did shoot only 46% from the field last year. Conversely, DeAndre Jordan shot 71% because he dunked everything and kept his head under the rim. It's a fine line between improving your game and playing within your limitation. They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Teague. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. To the right side. Pulls up. And no good. His first shot of the night missing.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
And that one's good. Muscala's got his first 2 points.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
Smith the pass to Grant. Wide open look. Atlanta with the rebound.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
For Atlanta, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. 76ers on top. They lead by 3. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And a chance now to hear from Paul Millsap talking about the confidence of his team.
You know, our attitude approaching the game.
Greg, it's got to be more than just attitude, right? I mean, ultimately, don't you have to have guys step up and produce in some cases or even overproduce?
You do, but really it is about attitude and confidence. I mean, those are the two elements that if you bring to the table, you really will have a chance to beat anyone. And so don't discount that attitude when you're on a roll. They call it getting your swag on today. Back in the day, it was called having your mojo working.
Right.
So same thing, and you can ride that for quite a ways.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Philadelphia.
Boy, guys, their play in the low post has been excellent right off the bat.
And that's what's created a rhythm for them offensively. That's also why you see them knocking down that mid-range jump shot.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Carl Landry. Smith is out there with Hollis Thompson. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Grant in at the 3 slot. And Philadelphia has possession. following the three by Atlanta. Nice shot by Smith.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And looking at Joel Embiid, he has all the tools to be the game's next great center. He's raw, no doubt about that. And he'll have to overcome the injuries, but his combination of size, speed, agility, practically unparalleled.
Clock at 4. Teague drives in. Here's Bazemore. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Regarding Joel Embiid, what makes him even that much more unique as a young 7-footer, excellent shot mechanics, and a feathery touch. In college at Kansas, he shot Greg 63% from the floor. Many of those were face-up jumpers.
And as the season wore on, he became money at the free throw line as well. Those are the kinds of unique attributes that make him an extra scary prospect.
Al Horford's checked in for the Hawks. Cephalosha comes in for Kent Bazemore. Covington kicks to Weems. Atlanta with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And Teague, here we go. Outside for Korver, the baseline J. And again, it's Atlanta.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Pass to Okafor, and stolen by Horford. Teague kicks to Cephalosha. Back to Teague. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
To the left wing. Here's Weems. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Weems got 9.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face. You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Hawks making a switch here. Schroeder's checked in. Scott can't get it to go. The 76ers trail. Weems dishes to Covington. Okafor, high post. No good. Nice D from Scott. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Kings. Kicks to Cephalosha. Picked by Horford. Uncovered. Feeds it to Cephalosha. Second shot opportunity. Rebounded by Weems.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Now, here's Landry. 6 points for him. He feeds it to Covington. They now take the lead. Covington's got his first bucket of the night. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Schroeder. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it. He made it look easy that time.
Here's Okafor following the bucket by the Hawks. Good work defensively by Horford.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Cephalosha kicks to Scott. He dishes it to Cephalosha. Picked by Horford. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen away. Fast break. Here they come. And it's blocked. 1:03 left now here in the second. Outside Korver. Tries a three. Cephalosha misses. 76ers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And stolen by Horford.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
So do I, Greg. I mean, I agree with you. They need to get a quick look and then try to get another possession after that.
Schroeder with the ball. He's picked up by Landry. Here's Horford. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Horford's got 8 points.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Passes it to Covington. 19 seconds left in the first half of the game. He's guarded by Schroeder. Just 5 to shoot. Okafor, the pass to Landry. Banked in off the glass. Landry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Scott. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Hawks lead by 3.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Hawks lead by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They never got too far behind as their largest deficit in the period was 8. They played with more purpose in the second quarter and fought to turn an early deficit into a 3-point lead by the time we reached the break. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
The big positive, I think, their points in the paint. They were determined to work the ball inside of Ernie. It worked. It's always worked. I got 4 rings. I know it works for a fact. That's why they call me Dr. O'Neal, because I'm a master at being dominant on the inside. Anyway, you got...
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. The Hawks leading by 3. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Kyle Korver is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Cephalosha in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Schroeder kicks to Horford. And he banks in the layup. Horford's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Atlanta.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Number 12.
And so it's Atlanta with it. It's a 3-point game. Millsap a screen. Here's Schroeder to the left side wing. Millsap misses.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Weems out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Schroeder. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. After a rookie season in which he really struggled, Dennis Schroeder made big strides last year.
Yeah, I think pretty much dramatic improvements across the board, Kevin. Really a most improved candidate for sure. He solidified that reserve unit for the Hawks, in my opinion.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And Schroeder's still with room to grow. I mean, he needs to improve his 3-point shot and cut down his turnovers. But those are things that often come with time. And he's got time, still very young at this stage of his career.
That is good.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And for Schroeder, not a great outside shooter yet, but he's an attack guard. I mean, blinding speed, very slippery, eel-like. He gets into that lane and can make a defense collapse in a heartbeat. That alone is where his value is right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Muscala, he's checked in for Horford. Ken Bazemore comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Hawks passing it around. Stripped it away. Here's Weems. Again, Philadelphia.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Teague dishes to Cephalosha. And Muscala kicks to Teague. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Marshall's checked in. Millsap's against Okafor. And the pass to Bazemore. Outside Teague. He kicks to Millsap. This one for 3. Atlanta again missing. Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to the Jazz in Utah. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Landry. From the right block, the shot is good. Landry's got 10 points.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
Simply phenomenal, Greg, the effort we've seen from both sides here.
Millsap has the open look. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And that's now 7 points for Paul Millsap. Marshall passes to Landry. From 10 feet out, Marshall dishes to Covington. Landry kicks to Okafor. And he gets it to go. Okafor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Pass to Millsap. The dish to Muscala. Teague drives in. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Nice shot by Smith. Here's Teague. 8 points for him. And last year, quite a rookie campaign for Nerlens Noel. He had the ACL injury he sustained in college. Missed his first full season with the Sixers. And like you've talked about, you know, he came back and really, with a flourish, made a mark his first year in the league.
And Kevin, a lot of people wondered, how would he bounce back from that knee? And I'd have to say it was pretty good. I mean, finished 3rd in the voting for Rookie of the Year.
And, you know, getting back to Nerlens Noel, if it weren't for the ACL tear, he may have been the first player drafted in 2K13. His 8 rebounds and nearly 2 blocks a game as a rookie show he has the talent.
Here's Bazemore, covered by Smith. And it's Millsap, that time on the assist by Bazemore. 9 points for Millsap. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Grant the pass to Embiid. 11 feet away. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And one thing to note about Nerlens Noel, last season, he was a thief. He averaged almost 2 steals a game as a rookie center. That tells me he has more than just quickness and length, guys. He has great anticipation and still one of the best motors I have ever seen.
And so Bazemore nails both of them.
And Kent Bazemore, the long-armed lefty out of Old Dominion, where he was the Division I Defensive Player of the Year back in 2011, a 5-year senior. He graduated with 2 degrees, one in criminal justice, the other in human services.
Schroeder kicks to Millsap, puts up a 3. Here's Horford, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Horford's got the lead up to 6 now for the Hawks. The feed to Embiid, and stolen by Horford.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Bazemore for 3. The rebound by Grant. The 76ers trail by 6. From downtown, Millsap grabs the miss. Dishes it to Schroeder. Here's Korver. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And here are the 76ers now. They trail by 6. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Thompson. Noel is out there with Okafor. And it's Smith. And it's Korver off the drive. And the rejection by Noel. Inside, here's Smith. They get a hand on it. Thompson outside. And the 3 ball is good. Thompson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Philadelphia. Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Shoots from 14. Horford, good.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. Master at it.
Here's Okafor. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Horford's shot is good.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Started by Schroeder. Okafor kicks to Noel. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Dennis Schroeder has drawn some comparison to Rajon Rondo. Long arms, very quick and athletic. He's awfully tough to keep in front of you, but he's also a guy that can knock down a mid-range jump shot.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. Robert Covington's checked in for Philadelphia. Sonny Weems comes in for Ish Smith. Teague dishes to Cephalosha. And the rejection by Noel. And it's Schroeder missing. The 76ers trail by 7. Here's Weems. Bullseye. This Dennis Schroeder, in a lot of ways, like a Greg Anthony, very quick, very smart on the floor, but he's a young player, and he says, Clark, that he watched a lot of tape of Tony Parker to see how he got to the basket.
Yeah, and that's a great blueprint, especially when you consider the Hawks run a very similar system to the Spurs.
Pass to Okafor. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Schroeder kicks to Millsap. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Kicks it to Noel. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Atlanta calls timeout. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Carl Landry's checked in for Philadelphia. A second chance effort, and it's good on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Now here's Schroeder, guarded close. There's the screen. Picked by Horford. Schroeder passes to Horford. 6 to shoot. To the wing on the left. Ball stolen. And now Philadelphia on the break. And the jam by Sonny Weems.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Schroeder kicks to Millsap. Takes it off the glass. Millsap's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
The Hawks making a switch here. Korver's checked in. Here's Weems. To the middle. Here's Okafor. Rejected by Millsap. And here is Cephalosha. Now Schroeder. Picked by Horford. Schroeder kicks to Horford. Tries from 16. Does not fall through. He's missed 6 of his 14 attempts. Feeds to Weems. 76ers moving the ball around. Passes to Landry. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Carl Landry. He has 12 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt. They'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around. That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Horford, no luck.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
That's a huge basket. Just taking advantage of the size mismatch and able to drain that mid-range jump shot. Really good basketball.
There's a minute left in the 4th quarter. Here's Schroeder. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Carl Landry.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
So he comes up empty at the line. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. The pass to Covington. Right between the eyes.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Atlanta calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. There's 47 seconds left in the game. Here's Schroeder to the paint. Money!
And he is is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him. He has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. How about you were talking about knees, man? He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
It's been a good night for Okafor. He has 11 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor. And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Schroeder. Horford fires. Hits the front of the rim and out. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. Late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
Atlanta calls timeout. They trail by 3. There's 18 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
And, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg, but the foul has to come immediately after that.
Out in his own on the break. Here's Okafor.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
So the 76ers win it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan player of the game. He stepped up his game tonight, getting it done all game long and making the plays whenever they needed him to. What are your thoughts, Shaq?
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He gave them a big spark with his offense in the paint. He worked non-stop to establish position near the bucket, and that was a good look for them. The D had all sorts of problems trying to deal with him tonight.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.